This video is going to show you how to design a gripper mechanism for your robot. The process is called design in context because as you design each part, it will be sitting right alongside all the other parts that go with it, and you will be able to make sure they all fit together properly. We'll start by clicking on New Component and then Create Sketch. We create a center rectangle and dimension it to 132 by 140. I don't know if that'll be the final size, but it can be easily changed later if we want to. I know that I'm going to have a couple of poles to guide the gripper mechanism as it slides up and down, so straight away I'm going to drill a couple of holes near the front of the robot to use for attaching these poles. I know that the bolts that go through these holes are 4mm bolts, so I'll draw 4mm circles for the holes. Notice that I just set one of the holes to 4mm, and then when I come to dimension the second one, I just click on the dimension of the first one. Then if I have to change this later, I will only have to change one dimension. Also, I'm now going to position the holes 15mm from the front and 7mm from the sides of the robot. Again, I only draw the dimensions on one side of the base and make the ones on the other side be the same. Notice that if I have to change the size of the base later, these holes will remain in the correct distance from the new front and sides of the robot. Now I finish the sketch and extrude it by 5mm. Now click the little black dot beside the word Unsaved at the top of the browser to activate the entire document. Now I'm going to draw one of the poles. Click New Component, name it Pole, and click Create Sketch, and click on the top surface of the base. Click on the center of one of the holes in the base and draw a circle 6.3mm in diameter. Finish the sketch and extrude it to 180mm. Now click on the word Unsaved at the top of your browser and reactivate the file by clicking the little dot to the right of Unsaved. Then you can right click on Pole 1 and select Move Copy from the menu that opens. Tick Make a Copy and then drag a copy of the pole to the other side of the robot. Now we're going to join one of the poles to the base, lined up with the bolt hole. Click on Assemble, Joint, and then turn the robot over so you can click on the bottom of the pole. Then turn the robot back up the right way and click on the hole in the top of the base. You should then see the pole lock onto the hole in the base. Repeat the process for the other pole. Now I'm going to create a new component and draw the lifting platform on which the gripper will be mounted. So I select New Component and name it. When I select New Sketch, I click on the top surface of the base to make sure the lifting platform is drawn right on top of the base. Click on Create Project and then select the lines that you need to reference off. Note that this does not actually draw any lines in your new sketch. It just allows you to latch on to lines from the base when you draw the platform. So you still have to draw the lines in your new sketch. The projections just allow you to lock onto key points in the base. Also, notice that the circles we want in the platform are quite a bit bigger than the ones of the base. So all I need to pick up from the base is the centre point of the two circles. The next thing to do is to create a rectangular slot for the servo motor to fit into. The diagram on the screen shows the dimensions of the servo motor and also the gear wheel we're going to put on top of it. The dotted line is the centre line of the lifting platform. The gear needs to just touch the centre line so that it meshes with the second gear on the other side of the centre line. The radius of the gear is 15 millimeters, so the centre of the gear needs to be 15 millimeters from the centre line. The motor's drive shaft is 10 millimeters from the end of the motor, so that means the motor must be placed 5 millimeters from the centre line. We want the servo motor as close to the front of the robot as we can, say about 5 millimeters from the front edge. This all means that the right-hand end of the servo motor must be 21 millimeters from the right-hand side of the robot. So we draw the slot for the servo motor like this. When we have done that, we finish the sketch and extrude it. Then we'll be able to insert the servo motor and lock it in position.